Don't Knock Twice is a new little horror film that is on demand right now from IFC Films. And, it's better than I thought it would be, but it's still a bit of a mess.
Be careful, Jess. There's a darkness around her. Did you do this? I thought I was safe.
So it is directed by Car Dog James, and the main reason that I wanted to see it was that it stars Katie Sackhoff, which is one of my favorite actresses that from Longmire and Battlestar Galactica. So I thought I'd check it out, and it's not bad. I really think that the director has some talent because there are some really interesting shots throughout the movie. But I think he's really let down by the screenplay, which is just a mess. So the setup of the story is that these two orphans knock on this door twice of this haunted lady, and they comes after them. And the one orphan is her mom is Katie Sackhoff, and they try to protect her, try to get rid of the curse or whatever. And it seems to be based on Baba Yaga, like the boogeyman. And the creature design or the ghost design is kind of interesting. It reminds me a little bit of the Lights Out a ghost chick. And the whole idea seems a little bit like whole creepypasta sort of thing. With a short, it's almost like it's based on like a short story. But the whole movie you hear people knocking twice, and no one knocks twice like that. You knock. No one knocks twice, but throughout the movie, every single person that knocks on a door knocks twice. And it's kind of odd. But, that's, they have to do the title thing, throughout the movie. And, there's some really interesting shots in the film. Like, one of the coolest dream sequences, like, switching out, like, between going from dream to wake. Because Katie Sackhoff is, like, dreaming, and, like, she's not being haunted by this Baba Yaga, but she it kind of is, but she's dreaming about it. And then after something crazy happens, it's like a pillow like comes up to meet her, and she like falls back. And how it's shot like is really kind of cool. And it's shot well, and it's the acting is okay, nothing amazing, but it's a little odd. It seems like it's all filmed in England or something like that, because they drive on the right side, and it seems everyone except for Katie has an accent. They never really explain it, and also never really explain too much about why she had to give up her kid. I'm a little bit about she's an artist and she got into drugs, but they don't really go into too much depth about that, and why it's taken so long to even try to get her back. But that's just how I have to set up what happens. But the biggest problem with this film is really towards the end, because they try to get smart with it. They try to be like really tricky with twists, like different twists and turns, and you have to be a lot more competent to actually pull off a good twist, and they just aren't competent enough, because the twist really doesn't make sense for everything else that happened in the movie. And because of that twist, and stuff happens where it doesn't seem like they don't really clearly define the rules of the demon or boogeyman that they're fighting and trying to avoid. Because part of the reason is that they do the whole cliche of typing stuff into Google or whatever search engine they use for free, and that's overused. But the idea that they find all this perfect information about what's actually after them, and then another character says, "Oh, don't believe anything you read on the internet," and that tries to change the rules for it. So that kind of like muddies the water for the rules of how this being acts, like what it can do and how they get rid of it. And that's the reason they do that, is for the plot twist. But at the same time, it makes it goofy and messy. You really should follow the keep it simple, stupid. And they really, it would have been better if they kept it simple and not try to do all the twists and turns towards the end. So to talk about my problems with the end, I'm going to have to spoil it a bit or a lot. So if you want to see the movie, you can stop the video now. I give it like a 7 out of 10. And it's not that bad. I mean, there's like no horrible fake jump scares. And I had some fun with it. So I wouldn't like heartily recommend it. But if you're looking for a cheap little horror flick, you may enjoy it. But now on to the spoilers. So this one character is like a gypsy character, and she is the model for one of the Katie Sackhoff's statues she's making. And she is one that delivers all of the exposition, and she is kind of goofy. Like, she knows too much throughout it, and she's tried to help her, and then she doesn't try to help her, and of course it turns out that she's another servant of the Baba Yaga, and she's trying to trick the mom into taking her place by doing something evil. And it's just kind of stupid. Like, I wish they, like, a good twist should make, when you look back at the film, you should go like, oh, that and that and that, oh, that's what that was about. There should all be the signs for the twist when you think about it or rewatch it. And to me, this would have none of those signs, really. And that makes it a bad twist. Because, she seems so helpful the whole time. And like, even the one thing, the first beginning, she gives her a necklace to try to help her like reconnect with a daughter or something, or bring good luck. And that necklace turns out is like the curse necklace or whatever, and it marks the mom. And that's like the double ending. Every horror film has to have that double ending where you think they beat the monster and they get to live happily ever after. Like, oh no, you're dead. And that necklace, after she gave it to her, I completely forgot about it until the very end, because they never mention it. She never like grabs a hold of it. She never, like, the camera never focuses on it. Like, if you're gonna set up that necklace as the big turn, you should try to do something with it. Like, show it. Maybe like think that maybe she's not good. Maybe that the gypsy woman with the cute baby is evil. And they never do that. They never like do something, creepy music, or it's kind of like a camera angle look at it, or anything to show that she may not be who she says she is. And again, with the whole idea that the only way to free yourself from the Baba Yaga after you've served it and fed it children is to kill yourself or to trick someone to take your place. But the person that killed yourself is like still haunting this world, so she's not free of the Baba Yaga. And the whole idea is that the big twist is that they think that the detective, the person that was kidnapping and raping and murdering these kids, and that's why he was helping out at the adoption, the shelter or whatever. And that when she confronts him about it, the cop just goes like, "Oh no, you figured my secret out." And but he didn't do that. He's innocent. He's a great guy. He helps out, he helps out all the kids because he's a great guy. But if someone accused him of doing something horrible, he would have said something else. He wouldn't have just run away. But I think that is just, if it was actually that, the idea is you are supposed to believe that he is the bad guy, until the whole twist, at the end. And I don't get that, the evil thing that she does that traps her with the Baba Yaga is that she lets the police officer die. Like, she doesn't run back and risk her daughter and her own life trying to help him out the door before it closes. But at that point, she 100% believes that this guy is a child molester and raper and murderer. So, like, why would she risk her and her daughter's life to help him? Like, how is that evil? Like, if you want to make it so that like she did something evil, maybe have it so that she killed him, or she like kicked him, like he grabbed a hold of her when they're trying to leave, and she like kicked him away or something, to show more that she was the cause of his death instead of just not helping him. But overall, it's it's a decent film, but I just wish they would have ended it like the first ending. Have it that a semi-happy ending where that the police officer was a child murderer, and that they gave him justice, and the soul of the old woman that didn't actually do anything but was forced to kill her, ended up killing herself over the depression of the police officer trying to frame her, was free. And I think that would have been a better story, a better ending, than trying to make it all messy. But it is what it is. So if you want to, you can check out my other playlists, my other videos around me, out my head. And thanks for watching.